Hey folks, how we doing again? I said I was going to do a part two about the Gabriel Union and Dwayne Wade, situation. And one of the things that we have, like I said, people are noticing that like she have a book. I don't know if it come out yet or it's about to come out. And in the book, she was talking about the whole issue about Dwayne Wade got another woman pregnant while they were taking a break. And the way I see it is that relationship, that situation hasn't resolved, right? And sometimes these are things that fester and it linger on over time, right? And it raises its ugly head every now and then. And I think she hasn't fully gotten over it, right? And I think what happened is sometimes North American women they will take marriage over anything, and sometimes think marriage is going to fix all, be the end all, be all. But when you settle into that relationship now, if those situations are not resolved, then it's gonna resurface. And what we're seeing right now, and over sometimes I've seen that she have taken shots at Dwayne Wade, and I think Dwayne Wade for himself now as because sometimes when men as cheated on your wife, girlfriend, or whatever, you know. You feel you feel hurt and you kind of feel messed up. So sometimes men will kind of take a step back and just kind of let the woman do whatever because it's kind of his way of saying, okay, I fucked up. So you know what? Whatever you want to do, you do it. Whatever is going to make you happy or whatever going to make this go away, then just go ahead and do it. And most of the night it doesn't work out that way. Sometimes it get to a point where it gets to a toxic level where the relationship can't survive after that. Now I don't know what the situation is, but everybody from the outside looking in knowing that that's still a problem. And whenever you women are stepping out and doing things like that or saying things or taking shots, it's kind of a way of saying, you know what? It's kind of like a fuck you in a way. You know what I mean? You hurt me, you did this to me, I haven't forgotten it. And now she wrote a book, and in the book, she brought that up. And even when she were doing a couple of interviews about the book, that's one of the things that she put a lot of emphasis on. And the way it seems right now is, Gabriel Union still being hurt, but what a lot of times is a woman, when they meet a guy that's making money, they will suck up a lot because he has money because Gabriel Union ain't going on with shit. Gabriel Union, career to me is in the garage at this point. It's not going anywhere. Right, it's pretty much a wrap. She's pretty much in the situation. She's pretty much where they call, she's in the washed up category. I don't think there's going to be any blockbuster movie with Gabriel Union anytime soon or in the near future. So the only one that has in the bag at this point is Dwayne Wade. And when you settle for a guy that makes money, then that's fine. But the issue now is that he had this other child, and people are saying in the pictures, in some of the pics, the kid is not in that picture. And people start saying, what are the psychological effect it's going to have on that child? Because knowing that you're not allowed, to be around your siblings, right? And you look at pictures, you see your brother and your sisters, but you're not involved, right? And it's just the fact that the kid is going to be the one that's going to be affected because this kid won't have that kind of relationship with the other siblings, right? This kid now is an outcast, right? And it kind of sucks because even though I'm assuming that Dwayne Wade is going to make sure that kid's getting taken care of, like as far as child support and everything like that. But the problem is, Gabriel Union, to me, in my opinion, doesn't want that kid around because I guess it's kind of a reminder of yes, you fucked around on me, and now this kid here is in my face, and it's a constant reminder that you went out and had this kid while we were taking a break, right? And that kind of thing, I think, can cause issues, and it can bring up a lot of hurt feelings to say that kid is a constant reminder that boom, he cheated on you when you're taking a break. And I guess for her, they don't want that around because like I said, it's an issue that she didn't resolve. They didn't resolve this issue. I heard that they had counseling and whatnot, but I think that's still a lot of hurt feelings. And now that kid now is going to get the backlash of what happens, of what Dwayne Wade did, and where the relationship is. And now his stepmother don't want to accept him because of something that he had no issue, he had no part in. He just happened to because of Dwayne Wade reckless behavior, he happened to sprung from that. And now he's in the picture now, or she's in the picture. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Well, that kid now is in the picture now, and now that kid is going to feel neglect because I think they said the kid is probably 8 years old at this point, and he's old enough to know something now, right? And knowing that in family pictures and family portrait, you're not there. All your other siblings are there, but you're not. And it will make that kid feel like shit. It will make that kid feel neglected and disrespected in the sense that why am I not involved? Why am I not a part of it? If they're my brother and my sister and this is my dad, why am I not a part of it? Because kids, they really take these things and see these things, and it becomes an issue because all of these things are on social media for everyone to see. And kids live on social media, as we know. So when you're on social media and you see your brothers and sisters and your father and you're not involved, that's hurtful to a kid. And a grown ass woman like Gabriel Union is holding out against a kid. And I understand that you can feel a certain way, but for crying out loud, woman, he's a kid. You're a grown ass woman. You made a decision to be with this man, even though you had a kid, and he told you that before you got married, but you married him anyway. And now that you marry him now, and you had a surrogate child, because you are still hurting and you haven't, got therapy for what happened. Now this kid can't come around. This kid is not in any pictures with that family because Gabriel Union is still carrying that hurt, and because of that, now this kid now has to be the one that has to get outcasted because you know the wife of your dad don't want you around because your dad fucked up and you were born and now you're not allowed. And to me, that's just really unfair, and it's unfair to the child because the child didn't do anything but just being born. But for Gabriel Union, you decide to stay with him. So why are you being like this? Allow the kid to come around because my point is this: if you accepted to be with him knowing that this is the case, then don't hold it against the child. Don't, have the child as an outcast because you're not happy with how it played out. You are a part of the relationship. You know what happened. So the fact that he told you this before you got married, but you went and get married anyway, why now that, you don't want the kid around? Because what? It hurts your feelings. It's a reminder of what Dwayne Wade did. You know what I mean? You guys deal with that, but don't make the kid, have to deal with not being a part of the family because his father messed up, right? At the end of the day, it's a child, right? And the kid needs to be, treated just like every other child, regardless of how the kid came about. Because my thing is, if it was a problem for you and long term that it's going to be a problem, then don't marry the guy. Just end the relationship. But a lot of women look at this fact that, oh, he has money, so why not just go ahead with it anyway? Instead of having another woman have it, I'm going to have it for myself because I was with him before. But if you make a decision, don't make a decision on the money and not thinking about the issue that him stepping out is going to cost. Because as we're starting to see now, it is a problem. She's still talking about it. She's taken shots at him in the past about a lot of videos and stuff of coming out of she said things about him about various different things that I won't bother to get into. But the fact of the matter is, here's a woman who's still hurt. She's still carrying the pain of what happened before, and now like I said, as a result of that, now this child can't be a part of anything because it's a reminder to her. And my point with all this is, you knew this from before you got married with him because he told you before you got married. And that should have been something that either you put off the marriage and work on that and make sure that you're in a good place to accept what's going to happen. So you don't even have to love the kid. I love the kid, but accept the kid to be around because at the end of the day, it's still his child. And at the end of the day, it is a child. It's not a grown person. So, have a little compassion for the fact that it's a kid and the kid had nothing to do with it. The kid just showed up, right? So, but anyway, you run and got married, and now that you get married and now the kid's around, now you pretty much want to shut the kid out of everything. And obviously, yeah, Dwayne Wade is supposed to be blamed for that because it wasn't like they were over and they were done. They were taking a break. That's what to me was just reckless on his part. And although I'm pro man and I support man, that's one thing because I'm erring on the side of fairness, right? And in fairness, he fucked up huge because he shouldn't have went out and when, especially if you know that you're taking a break, you shouldn't be just flashing around like that, man. Cap your dick for it. Don't go around just sticking in any woman and don't protect yourself. And you went out and then you got another woman pregnant when you and your previous girlfriend was taking a break. And to me, I give him a wrong on that. I can't give him a pass on that because to me that's jacked up. And now you have the kid now. And now your wife don't want the kid around, and now the kid is going to feel left out. And then that's just a really really bad situation. So I feel it for the kid for the most part because that kid won't be allowed to be a part of the family because of something what dad did. right? And his wife accepted him and to be married with him, and now they have a family. You're not a part of that family. So for that kid, that's really really messed up. But like I said, I want to hear your take on that. You know, let me know what you think, and drop a comment in the comment section below. And let me know what you think. And also, folks, please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And as always, folks, I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.